All right, the captain that refused to drive that boat Saturday afternoon when my mother and I put my aunt on that boat. This is must be the fourth time he refused because he made a couple of complaints before about the boat having problem. First of all, the boat was getting problem coming off of the sandbank. They had to load half back some stuff for it to move. They didn't say that. Secondly, one of the engine was giving problem. Thirdly, they were drinking since before they leave because they was watching the game. And some of the names that they have on that list that they put on Facebook is not some of the people that are drunk because, for example, I could buy 4 or 5 tickets and sell it back for people who need to travel on emergency. So if I bought a ticket for 3,000, I could sell it back for 4,000 or 5,000. So if I buy a ticket in my name, I could give it to you, so you would be traveling under my name. So they don't know is how much people was on that boat. My mother bought the ticket for my auntie under her name. And her name is on the list, but my mother wasn't on the boat.
Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa! Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, whoa! Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried.
Yeah, while we start the things, so y'all, and while we start the things, neighbors, we're going on. Let's start the things. TV is back in the building for me. See the face, see the voice, you know, it's your boy Firefield. How you guys doing, man? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a fresh upload of a fresh update. Today, definitely we have a disturbing video whereby this video, we're going to get straight into it. This video is a female explaining what really went down on the day that the vessel sank. That was on Saturday. Okay? Now, I want you guys to listen carefully and I want you guys to listen cleanly and drop your comments in the comment section. Before we go into this video, remember, if this is your first time over here, feel free to give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, put your post notification bell on so you're notified when we drop a new video or we go live. Okay, it is Friday, the 24th of July. All right, today we're putting in some works. Serious up, we're not going to waste no time. Let's jump into this video. Definitely why is it expose the government with the lies that they've been saying. Don't waste no time. Let's get into this.
Step out of the shadows and come into the light. Now is your time to find your way in life. It's all a journey. Well, you already know it's your girl Melody Thomas and I'm representing for Let's Talk the Things TV. Now, you know when I want to hear all the latest gossip, all the latest trends, music, news, all that great stuff from Guyana, I subscribe to Talk the Things. So make sure you subscribe and check out the vibes. Right now, you know.
Yeah, we already know.
All right, the captain to drive that boat Saturday afternoon when my mother and I put my aunt on that boat. This is must be the fourth time he refused because he made a couple of complaints before about the boat having problem. First of all, the boat was getting problem coming off of the sandbank. They had to load half back some stuff for it to move. They didn't say that. Secondly, one of the engine was giving problem. Thirdly, they were drinking since before they leave because they was watching the game. And some of the names that they have on that list that they put on Facebook is not some of the people that are drunk because, for example, I could buy 4 or 5 tickets and sell it back for people who need to travel on emergency. So if I bought a ticket for 3,000, I could sell it back for 4,000 or 5,000. So if I buy a ticket in my name, I could give it to you, so you would be traveling under my name. So they don't know is how much people was on that boat. My mother bought the ticket for my auntie under her name. And her name is on the list, but my mother wasn't on the boat. Thirdly, wrong about 8:45, my auntie messaged my mother and tell she that the boat getting water. So my mother sent her upstairs because they was downstairs. She had some stuff and so she was kind of because things up there very expensive. I born and grown out west. My mother was traveling on a boat since she was a little girl. My grandmother still up there. So we go back and forth. After the plane decide to come out and they start using the plane, that had an issue because the prices was high. The government said that they're going to drop the cost of the flying, and they did not. Instead of that, they raise it. And a child is a child on the plane, you gotta pay the price. They don't, even if the child sitting on your foot, you still gotta pay half price. So there's the reason why most was $29,000, but it raised, $29,500, but it raised. When you calculate it, it would be anything wrong but 50,000. And not everybody got the money to pay. You got, if a 2-year-old travel on the plane, you gotta pay half price. They say a body is a body. So there's a reason why most people take the boat to go up. But the boat was given problems since before the move. That's why the captain refused 4 times. And they end up calling another captain and he refused. So this one ended up going and they were drinking. He came there drunk. And they asked him if he's able to travel, and he said yes. When she left to go upstairs, because my mother was on the phone with her, and she tell him the boat getting water, the captain told her, oh, this normal thing, this regular thing. Don't worry, go down, back downstairs. So they send her back downstairs. And about 9, we sent 9.
One of the person that reported the water in the boat.
Yes,
okay, go ahead.
Yes, and her 2 children, they may find the body yet. So I don't know. My mother.
Sorry to interrupt.
Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Leave her. Let her speak. Nobody don't interrupt. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, preach.
About 9:15. About 9:15 was the last call she made, and by the time we went to the station, with her by the Siwa side. I really know tongues so good. And by the time we go and we reported to Sergeant Nick and tell you, well, the boat got the issue wherever, and they get calls. There was nothing nobody else could do because we didn't get no more phone calls. The phone was ring but 4 times, and then they started going to voicemail. So I guess the boat must have went down by 10 o'clock.
Yeah, see how this lady.
We went to the station. My mother, I went to the station telling the police we're going and see if they could get help. Forcing the police at the vehicle and get gas, they got to make calls and this, that. They got we waiting outside. We leave the station till after 3 o'clock in the morning.
And that's why somebody could have come around. I was meeting at 9 o'clock. Now for God, pretty y'all. Please, person in the panel, do not unmute the microphone. Right? Pretty. Somebody came on here, they come as baby something, and they telling me they said, Cola, the boat sink. And I say, man, we ain't get nothing. I can't talk about that sinking boat when I see the
boat
video.
had an excavator. It had excavator on it. It had 2 we call it them 4x4 vehicle. It had a car. It was very overloaded. Even when it couldn't move from the sandbank, they had to remove stuff for it to move, and one of the engine was not working good, and the other captain told him, yeah, cancel this trip. They told us no money go down the drain, and he never answered to nobody, and all kind of stuff. They start studying, so they still went ahead.
Oh, because he want answer to nobody.
Maybe if they had stayed, that would have never happened.
But they put back on the stuff that they take off from the boat when the boat go out from the dock?
Yes, after it come off from the sandbank, because it was getting a hard time to move. Over about an hour, they was trying to get the boat to move. Because the boat was to leave, I think, 2 o'clock. It ended up left until after 4.
So y'all are one of the first persons who went to the police station.
So the boat was showing
on the phone with your auntie to say that the boat get a problem. Did they take y'all serious when y'all went to them?
We were.
Huh?
No, when I go to the station, they only had like one. No, they had like 1 officer alone, and he's an Indian. I have no thing with the racist people, but he was very arrogant. Oh, you need to go outside, and
Yeah.
And all sort of stuff. So we just went and we sit and we wait, and the last call, like I said, she make was 9:15, and that was
that the captain was drinking before he took over. Like how many?
Everybody who was there say they was drinking.
Hey, John,
All right.
I don't really give a fuck because we didn't really take it for anything.
All right, pretty.
I
Just
see
just hold it right
for
there.
me, I some man maybe know the man taking a little tips, whatever the case may be, but they didn't just stop drinking on land. They went on the boat also, was prolonging with the drinking.
All right, pretty. Thanks for the information. Soldier girl, you see why I said what I said earlier when I said we as a people need to make wise decisions too?
Right now, this girl just got me. I'm sorry, I can't remember what you said.
You see why I said we as a people too, and this shouldn't be because of our circumstances, you know. We as a people need to make, according to this young lady, everybody
Miss Shama, that last
Adrian,
7
Adrian.
children, she lived like 2 houses or 3 houses away from my grandmother. Yeah.
Listen to me. Just
Yeah,
as
they don't live
how
far from
she
me.
and her mom, just how she and her mom refused to go on the boat.
They were, y'all had
understand?
intention going on the boat, pretty, or y'all bought, she said they bought a ticket for
We
were not
was
gonna
to go up, right?
Yeah, she said that
We
just now.
was to go
Just
because
now.
regularly I just send my daughter. My daughter travel on the boat herself. My daughter is 15. And she travel on the boat herself a lot of times, go up, come down, and we planning was to go up because mommy said, oh, she want to go home. Granny said she ain't come back to me because she getting old. My grandmother's 80 something. And she getting old and she's saying the boat giving she bad feelings and that kind of stuff, and she ain't want to come with the plane. So we was planning to go, but then we said no. Let they go up because their father live in town. The other 2 children that she leave alive, their father from up there.
Let me just continue what I was saying now.
Yeah, but before I continue, John, let me just say this, right? Because you're saying that they saw and they choose not to go on. From my understanding, Pretty wasn't gonna go on the boat. No, that Pretty said they bought a ticket under their name for Shay Josh. She bought a ticket under her mother name. So for the auntie and her kids them to be on the boat,
Yes,
right?
you could buy the ticket. Yeah, you could buy the ticket. Somebody could always buy the ticket for you and you could use it. So you don't have to definitely go and buy ticket yourself.
Good. I understand all of that. No
wait,
question.
just
Hold up.
give me a minute, like diving quick between y'all two, right? Because I think this would come up bigger. There would be a bit of a misunderstanding. I understand, Adrian, that you're saying that the people could have chosen not to go on this boat, but the people have not had a choice but to trust these people and go with the boat, knowingly that the boat was taken in water, while praying that this would just be another safe day, but a rough ride. Me know if it's I alone would make the decision, but I would make the decision. I would actually think, man, I got no other choice. I gotta go. My family there. This is what I get. I ain't got no other alternative. I can't afford the ticket. And I tell you straight up, I tell you how I just think. And I would make the decision and say, man, them know best because them is the captain and think. But however, the captains that refuse to go with the boat, they understand the seriousness of it. But the one that was drinking, hey, y'all ain't want it? I gonna do this, man. For all if he is sober, he wanna go. But because he was already taking the little tooks, he went. So I can't blame them for saying that they could have made a better decision because I personally think I would have made the decision the same way.
Reds just made a comment and it said, how can such things be a norm to y'all? And this is my point I'm trying to make. It shouldn't be because of your circumstances. Right? Listen, let me just land and then I done. Let me just land and then I gone because I gotta head out. It shouldn't be because of our circumstances, whether we poor or we rich. Now, this is like telling me, and Kola, I just want to ask you it personally. You have your kids. And you on the bus park, about to board the bus. Or even if you're sitting on the bus waiting on it to full. You understand me? And you see that the driver and the conductor outside the bus drinking. You understand? And the driver come and sit behind that wheel. You're telling me, based on your circumstances, because you can't catch another bus that's more expensive, you're going to choose to sit on that bus, and that should be normal, and you should hope that you reach home safe, Kola? That's what you're telling me?
I just tell you, in a bus situation,
No,
I probably
I'm
make a
asking you.
different decision, right?
I'm asking you it, Art. You were heading on that boat there, and you saw that the captain is drinking, and you have your kids with you. You understand? And you're telling me because of your circumstance, you're gonna forget safety first to protect your kids. You're gonna go on that boat without raising an alarm.
Adrian, I have made poor decision like that before, and I would be a
But we
hypocrite if I-
we should not allow.
Listen,
We should.
You ask me the question, I answer, you know? We should not. We should
First of
not
all,
make
the
those
captain
decisions.
them always drink. This is not the first.
Don't mute Pretty, moderator. Listen, let me answer you, but just now. Pretty, you gonna be able to speak. I'm gonna tell you straight off, right? I have made poor decision like that before. And pray and say, look, you know what? Like, just pray that everything go well, because me get no other alternative. Do I regret in the middle of it? Yes. But mind you guys that there is no other boat. If we guys had come to say, like, if everybody did stand off the boat, then they would understand. But in the eyes of the situation, and let me tell you, we don't want to see it that way, but poverty does make people make stupid decisions sometimes. And poverty sometimes does allow us to swallow our pride and go in places that we know we were never supposed to be. Right? Yeah, I could sit down here and say, I would never, ever, ever. But unfortunately, those people, I am telling you, they were open. It would have been just a next day with things that they do not agree seeing. And they were praying that they were still going to make it home alive. Because guess what? It is like training something. We know that this is not right, but we can't do better. Let me just pray. Y'all see the picture where the father make and he post and he said, Father God, I put my family in your hand, protect us in this journey. They were just this. They were moving by faith because they tell themselves they had no other alternative but to move by faith. It may be hard for me, and you could afford it to understand, but I just put myself in people's position sometimes. If I go by you and I see you sitting down eating with your hand, I would get me fast, nail them long, and I would wash me on, and I just start eating with me on. Because you know why? You alone understand the fact that you can't buy 20 spoons for your household. So 20 we eat. I hear the thing when some people come at your house and they realize that you can't afford to give what them is get at home. But you know, they would come and ask, y'all is drink the pipe water? I can't drink though. But guess what? The people can't afford to buy a water to drink. So they got to drink the pipe water and put a pinch of salt in it. And I would never, ever question about them. Because you know what? It's me. It's either I drink it and swallow my pride, or I take the water and I sip it and I say, I did just one little water for just wet my throat. Sometimes we have to put ourselves in the position to understand what it is to be there. If they had a next choice, I'm telling y'all they want to do it. They didn't do it knowing that they all were going to lose their life. We can debate this from now till next year, till come the other year. But you know what? It can't change the fact that they were still praying and they think that they had no other choice. Did they have a choice? Yes. You know what was the only choice? Stay out there with the children on the dock, because they probably spent out all their money. And if you realize some of the people cook and they had a snack at their book backpack and they were feeding their children from a packed book bag on the boat. Because you know why? They don't spend all the money and they probably couldn't even afford to go and spend it in a hotel. They can't pay a hotel. And it's not for sale like the dock in a way where they could probably, if a rain come down, they could shelter their entire family. Sometimes we got to go down.
Well, viewers and subscribers, as you just don't heard the full story what's going on, because as you heard, the female say she bought tickets for her auntie. Now, this is what I'm saying, right? It's kind of weird, because we know if you buy a ticket, but here out this different, right? And I know plane and boat is there, but the same, we're talking about purchasing a ticket to travel. Now, when a person purchases a ticket to travel, whether it's a plane, obviously you have to put the information on the ticket. You could buy a ticket for somebody, but you got to put them name. You can't put you name. It's not you traveling. So when she said that how she could purchase a ticket with she name and go and sell it back to people so they could use it. Yes, I tell you, this crazy. Why that happening? That's why you cannot tell how much people went on the boat. Because if this is one person, just imagine 10 person doing this, what she do. Buying a ticket for 3,000 and selling it back for an extra piece of bread. It's wrong. It's totally wrong, bro. That's why they can't know how much people then went on the boat. Not all the name. Because 10 person could got one person name. You hear she said that? Now clarifying what they are talking about with the young man got a little point with what he's saying, because that's what I'm saying. Now I watched a video today with Muhammad talking to one of these sailors, and he was traveling with this boat since 2019, or something like that, for years, and he been seeing this boat having problems all these years that he's traveling. Did he make a report? He never did. A lot of persons, I was watching a video whereby a young female was saying that her mom traveled in the boat way back in the times, and her mom told her that she don't want to travel on that boat anymore. When the boat go down, the woman calls her daughter and say, "Hey, what happened?" The woman say, "Yeah, mommy, remember the boat and thing?" The woman turned and said, "That's why I told you that I'm never going to travel with that boat back again." So the girl turned and said, "Mommy, what? So why you never tell me nothing?" She said, "Because I know you would make a scene. And I didn't want you to make a scene. But I know to myself that I'm not traveling with the boat no more." So when the woman see the boat sing the other day, the woman say, "See, this boat water been sipping in this boat for a very long time. I don't know if they've been doing proper repairs or what with this boat, but this is not nothing that happening now. This is something that has been occurring for a very long time." So tell me, who's to get blame? Who? Now, like I was saying, why persons didn't make a big scene? Why persons didn't create havoc? If people say them the scene water on the boat and all them thing, now we hear, do you hear the girl say, how you wait so much it's gonna cliff off of the sandbank, them make sure them take off weight, it lift off, them a put back the faking weight and back on the boat. That's why the boat got a line at the bottom to show you if it get too low with weight. And enough of you guys saw that video when the boat moving. Yeah, see how the boat went looking? The boat was overpacked. So the man that survived that was talking to Mohammed said that there was like rovers, not rovers, but you know them open back van. The man said since he been traveling on the boat, he never see them do what they did Saturday by packing goods in these open back vans. You know what I mean? The man said he walk where you normally would walk. The walkway where you would walk. The man said normally it is be open, spacious. Man said the Saturday, pack. You barely got a little thin space for walk and go through your jamming thing. Now we're talking about the captains. Now I heard 2 captains was appointed to take up the vessel. Then today I hear it's 3. 3 them said, "No, we ain't doing this thing because this boat." Now this is what I'm saying. The 3 them know that the boat, they are already sipping water. Them don't see this boat getting overpacked and all these things. Why nobody make no assumption for this boat do not move? But we hear that the woman or whoever in charge called the captain and said, "Don't move," and he moved. Once the bring around, come around story, bro. Now 3 captains said them moving this boat because of the situation. But the other captain that was there with his crew drinking and smoking, because on that day directly had the FIFA World Cup third place kickoff between Spain and not Spain, what am I saying? Between France and I think it's England or something like that. I can't remember. Hold on. Yes, right? So they did have a game on that day. that the girl said that they was watching. Now, here this is what he's saying. If these men drinking and smoking on this on the deck, the dock, the stellium, wherever is it, the yard, that simply means there's no rule and regulation saying that no drinking, no smoking on the work premises. Correct? Now, if these guys drinking and smoking, I mean these things are allowed. 3 captains said them ain't going, but the man was drinking and smoking, so there we go. Was he forced to take the load? Did he literally just get up and say, well, nobody want to carry it? Or he was forced because the rest of the captain them didn't want to take the load? Now them saying he went drinking and smoking before then he come on the boat or whatever. Still that has nothing to do with the captain. The captain is not the captain's fault. So if the rest of the captain now that said no, they take the trip and did it happen, you would have blamed them still? You would have said they're drinking and smoking, or you would have tried to find something for seeing these men them? It's foolishness. This has to do with whoever is in charge of this vessel. And we're talking about proper maintenance. Number one, the vessel is over 90 years old, actually 100 and something years. I'm saying that this vessel should have been crushed up, burned up, melted away, because why? But then when I get to understand, the 2 new vessels that they got that's supposed to replace the MV Burima or whatever, these 2 vessels cannot maintain, or should we say they cannot handle the pressure with the MV Burima could handle. They mean they're not adjustable to the high tides. It cannot. So all the time I'm wondering to myself, why the president ain't giving the go ahead for this boat for go and do it, but well, the boat can't do the work. The boat is just them nice boat. They got some things were nice. It does look nice, but the durability is not there. You see what I'm showing you? This is when I get to understand what really taking place with this whole scene. This is why the boat can't replace the Burima boat. So easy sense, where you getting boat for? Okay, so it can just be a party boat. Anyway, I just wanted to do this video by itself so I could explain some stuff and break down some stuff. You know what I mean? Because this whole pinpoint with weed, smoking and all them things, nothing has to do with weed. Weed do not make nobody crash. Weed do not make nobody do nothing that they ain't supposed to do. Anybody smoking weed and they do something crazy, they lace their weed. So drinking and smoking has nothing to do with this boat sinking. There was too much of weight on the boat. So listen to me, like I said, right? If this boat always been sipping in water, this done one thing, because why? We know for a fact if the boat get too much of weight, it's more faster the water is going to seep into the boat. So the boat didn't get in all the weight. All the weight wasn't in the boat when the boat was doing a thing until Saturday. They overpacked the boat. Or you guys leave your comments in the comment section. I just wanted to do this video by itself. Definitely let you guys know what's going on and get your guys, opinion, and let me know what you think in the comment section. All right. Without no further ado, this is where we're gonna pull the curtain down. It was a pleasure being here with you. If you watch the video so far, feel free to give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, put your post notification bell on, run up the likes on this video here, so, and definitely give us a hype. Okay? We got some more videos coming up soon. If you're still watching this video, go check out this video right here, so. You know what I mean? Occupy your little time. Shout out to all our new subscribers. Big up on yourself. Until next time, we gone.